Hi everyone! Today I want to show you one day in the life of a single father in Yakutsk. His name is Vasily. He works on his own crane truck and is raising 2 children on his own. His older son graduated from high school last year and moved to another city to attend university, and his daughter is finishing high school this year. A few years ago, the family suffered a major loss. Their mother passed away after a serious illness. Since then, all the responsibilities of home and family have been on him. Vasilei's days are never exactly the same because he works for himself and finds his own clients. People need his services at different times, sometimes early in the morning, sometimes around midday, and sometimes even in the evening. Today, his workday started at 9 a.m. and he had 2 jobs scheduled. Vasilei's work truck is an old 1995 Mitsubishi. It has a mounted crane with a lifting capacity of 3 tons, and the truck itself can carry about 5 tons. Before heading out, he checks everything: the oil, the overall condition of the truck, and how the equipment is working.
We're heading to the first job now. The customer asked us to load up barrels of used oil today. After that, they'll be sent to Central Russia for processing. All right, let's go.
The first job of the day was transporting barrels of used oil. First, Vasily loaded them onto the bed of his truck. When working with a truck-mounted crane, it's important to stay calm and careful so he doesn't accidentally hit the workers helping attach and receive the load. After loading the barrels, he drives to a larger truck with a container parked not far from the base. There, the barrels have to be transferred from his truck into the larger one for further transport. There were 65 barrels in total, and it wasn't possible to move them all in one trip, so they had to make 3 trips.
Now we're heading straight to the next job. Well, it's not really a regular paid job, it's more like community work. Every year here in Yakutsk, the City Fathers Council organizes a competition for fathers and sons. They asked me to transport some logs for the event.
The drive to the next job takes about 20 minutes, so along the way, I get a chance to ask Vasily a few questions.
The pay is pretty decent, and I'd say it's interesting work too. If you do this kind of job, operating a small crane truck, you're not going to starve. You can make a living. The pay here is pretty good. My son is studying in Tomsk now, and I'm able to send him money and help support him. My daughter is still in school, and I'm able to provide for her too. Food, clothes, everything she needs. At the same time, I always have to put money aside for truck repairs and maintenance. That never stops. But that's just life. That's how we get by. My education is actually in law. I also studied accounting, and my second degree is in public and municipal administration. But even with all that, I still like this kind of work more than anything else. Maybe it's just my calling. I really like working in this field. The main thing for me is that I work for myself. I don't have to answer to anyone, explain where I'm going, or follow somebody else's plan. I make my own plans, set my own goals, and try to reach them. That's what I really like about this job. I should say that Yakutia has a very harsh climate, so the truck always has to be prepared for the season. In winter, we insulate it and switch to oils and lubricants that work better in extreme cold, in the engine, in the crane system, and in other parts of the truck too. We also have to watch the hydraulics and the outriggers, so everything keeps working properly in the cold. In summer, it's the opposite. You have to make sure the truck doesn't overheat. Sometimes that means changing the thermostat, or even removing it, so the truck can handle the heat better. Here, summer temperatures can get up to around 40 degrees Celsius, and in winter, minus 50 is pretty normal. Sometimes it gets even colder, down to minus 58 to 60.
Our conversation was briefly interrupted by a traffic police officer who stopped us for a routine document check.
Our documents are all in order, so a check like this is nothing to worry about.
Подожди, прямо. Что?
All right, everything's loaded now, and we're on our way to unload it at the competition site.
On the way there, we continue our conversation, and I ask Vasily what matters most to him now.
The most important thing to me is health. After everything our family has gone through, After losing the children's mother and my wife, my whole view of life changed. I used to dream mostly about money, cars, and a big house. But now my biggest wish is for my children to be healthy and doing well. That's what matters most to me now. I'm always thinking about it. I make sure they eat proper food, dress warmly, and have what they need. Of course, financial stability matters too, because you need that to take care of your family. I also want to build a big garage next to my house, so I won't have to rent one anymore. At this point, it's not even really a dream. It's more of a goal for this year. And I'd love to travel too. Growing up on Hollywood movies, I've always dreamed of going to New York at Christmas. I'd also like to see Miami. I think all of that is possible. Even if it happens later in life, I still believe I'll do it one day. I think those are good dreams.
This is not a paid job. Vasily is helping the City Fathers Council free of charge. As he told me, they supported him too at one point, during a very difficult period after his wife passed away. So this is his way of helping back when they need it. These logs will be used for one of the competition tasks. During the event, teams of fathers and sons will first race to remove the bark from the logs, and then cut each one into 5 pieces.
Мы рады видеть вас на нашей автозаправочной станции.
Спасибо.
We filled up for 5,000 rubles, which came to 53 liters. Diesel here costs 94 rubles per liter. Today, I had 2 jobs. The first one in the morning brought in 16,000 rubles. The second one was community work. I helped the Fathers Council free of charge. Normally, a job like that would cost about 6,000 rubles. So today, I earned 16,000 rubles and spent 5,000 rubles on fuel.
Не забудьте вернуть пистолет в колонну. Номер 4.
This was just one ordinary day in the life of a single father in Yakutsk. But behind this ordinary day is much more. The responsibility for his family, his children, and the life he now carries on his own. Despite everything his family has been through, Vasily has not given up. He keeps working, taking care of his children, and making plans for the future. If you enjoy this kind of video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments what else from everyday life in Yakutsk you would like to see in future videos.